a market now that the expectation of the owners who put their faith in us to sell their property or to rent their property is absolutely significant. And the job that we do has a lot to do with how we interact with tenants and how we interact with buyers. So the level of engagement, the level of education, and the level of management we have with that buyer and that tenant pool is significant. I'm going to look at this from a buyer point of view, but the same process we can flip it over and do from a tenant point of view. So if you're the leader of the business, or you might want to share this with your head of property management and start to see how we can engage our tenants more effectively and how we can engage our buyers more effectively. Now, the first thing to say on this is that 2 in 10 buyers are pipeline sellers in virtually every market around Australia and New Zealand. So to capitalise on this, the level of service we offer the buyers is ultimately the service we're offering our vendors, our sellers. So we want to make sure we're presenting their property to the marketplace in the most effective way. So I talk about 3 sales that we must make with every single buyer. The first sale is clearly we want to sell the property. The second sale is to sell the street, or if it's a vertical living, sell the building. And the third is to sell the area. Now, interesting enough, I've just talked about those 3 sales. Quite often it would be area, street, property in the conversation that we'd have. So thanks for actually coming to this property. By the way, can I tell you a little bit about the area? Do you know much about the area? Yes, I know a little. And just do a nice little top up about what does the area provide that it makes it such an excellent area to live in, to own, to invest in. Live, own, invest. Great conversations to have with a buyer coming into the process. Why? They want to live in it, they want to own it, or they want to invest in it. So it covers all bases from this point of view. And that could be everything from its proximity to schools, transportation. It might be what's happening from a growth point of view in the area. It may be a situation that the access that it has to water or facilities in the particular community. So really important about the area. The second one is, what is it about this street? It could be a situation, and you're starting to build some enticing some momentum and some negotiation and bringing a buyer closer to the street than ultimately closer to the property. So that with the street, it could be something along the lines of, I'm not sure you're aware, but in the last 2 years, there's only been 2 3-bedroom properties that have come on the market in this particular street. So what that tells us is this is incredibly tightly held. Now, what you've done there is created some scarcity, because most buyers are thinking, I've got all the time in the world to make a decision. All of a sudden they've seen this and they go, wow, we need to do some work on this. Now, for you to be able to train your team and make sure they're clear on what's the benefits of the area, what are the absolute unique things about this particular street, and then finally down to the property. What makes this property such an excellent property to live in, to invest in, to own? And when you start to put that into place, it's not just about selling what's there with the property, it's selling the potential of the property. Now, this could be a video that you want to actually share with the team in a training session. The ultimate game plan for me is that at the sales meeting, when a new listing comes on board, I believe whoever is the listing agent should be able to do a sensational job of sharing with the team what is it about this area, this street, and this property that makes it such an excellent property to own, invest, and live in. When you can do that and start to sell the potential of the property, guaranteed the quality of the conversations we're having with buyers is going to be significant. Now, flip over to property management, it's exactly the same thing. What makes this such a fantastic property to live in, and what is the lifestyle benefits of this particular area, this street or this building, and ultimately the apartment or this particular property. When you do, guarantee great things will start to happen and more momentum occurs. And buyers aren't quite sure. They're like, I don't know what this is about, but I'm actually enjoying the process and the education process and the engagement process that agents from XYZ agency are providing to me. In fact, if I was selling, this would be the perfect agent and the agency I'd love to have on my team. And if they're going to 2 or 3 open homes and they're seeing your agents again and again and again, they're starting to think, wow, there's something unique about this particular agency. They're just adding more value in the process.